What's good? What's happening, everyone? Welcome into another episode of Spiced Up Sevens, where we give you all the info you need about the world of 7v7 football. Of course, made possible by DR Media, where DR Sportz will be making the trip down in conjunction with KFA 7v7 this weekend to bring you the King Classic, our first tournament of 2022. So it's only right that we represent and we bring on a team from Houston who will be looking to defend their home turf this weekend, a team that always lives up to the billing of their name. I'm talking about Big Play Academy. Coach Christopher Speed, he was gracious enough to join me over Zoom, where he also brought along some of his players who are making that big jump from 15U up to 18U this year. They talked about that and more, and this is a team that you're definitely going to want to catch this weekend on the circuit on DR Sportz King Classic. But for now, let's go ahead and tee it up for the guys from Big Play Academy.
What's up, everyone? Welcome in to our segment here, interview portion of Spiced Up Sevens. We've got one of my favorite 7v7 teams from down in Houston joining us here on this segment, Big Play Academy. Guys always put on a great show. We loved having them out at our tournaments last year. Looking forward to seeing what that 15U core that we saw so many times last year can do now going up to the 18U level. We've got several of the players on that team joining us now. I'm going to go ahead and toss it up to you all and let you introduce yourselves. Just tell us, your first and last name, maybe what position you play, where you go to high school, and stuff like that.
I'll start it off. Cameron Irvin, class 2023, wide receiver, go to Summer Creek High School.
Corbin Gaines, I played defensive back. I go to Lamar High School.
My name is Tristan Brown. I go to Lamar High School and I play wide receiver.
My name is Jordan Reeves. I play quarterback and running back, and I go to Lamar High School.
My name is Yvonne Misha. I go to Corbin Marshall, class of 2023, and I play receiver.
I believe that's everyone. Did we get everyone there?
My name is Corey Watts. I'm an athlete at Shadow Creek High School, class 2025.
All right, guys, I appreciate you all joining us. We've also got Coach Speed here with us. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about yourself and this program as well.
7th year having a BPA. A lot of these guys on the camera, they started this program. We've been around on the south side of Houston, just playing football, man, trying to keep the kids out of trouble, mentoring, and making sure that they taking the right steps and having the right process as they continue on their journey and reach their goals to play college football.
Now, for you guys, the high school season ended about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, something in there. High school football playoffs wrapping up. I know you guys have been hard at it since early December, practices and things like that. But before we talk about 7v7, I'm just curious, maybe how high school football went for you guys this year, whether it be varsity, JV, or anything like that. If anyone wants to talk about their high school season, go ahead.
Right. Over at Summer Creek out here in Humboldt, Texas, we went to the fourth round. We lost to Katy, unfortunately, about 3 points. We overall had a good season, great season compared to the season we had before. We went 3-6, I believe, last year. Then it's a big upgrade to this year. We went 10-4 this year. Coach Harrison, great leader over there, got us in a great place. And we have a lot of 2023 guys coming back this year and next year to hopefully have the same run.
Over at Lamar, we did good. We ended up coming back from losing district from last year, ended up beating our district rivals, which was Heights in the our last game of the season. We went first round of playoffs, ended up coming up short against Safair by 2 points. And overall, I feel like our team did good. We bonded together and made some more history for Lamar.
Over at Shadow Creek, for my freshman year, we did good. I had a good experience. my freshman year. We had won the second round of playoffs, lost to Seed King. Coming up short. I don't remember the score. I ain't gonna say it. I don't even remember. But I think we did good. Get some more work in for the next year. Get better every year.
So now maybe for anyone who didn't answer now, I'm just curious, what you take away from 77 that you sort of carried over and maybe used or learned to your advantage this season on the high school level.
Coming from Coach Speed, these past couple years, 2 years, he taught me a lot how to be a good receiver, like the depths of the routes, sinking your hips, at the top of the routes, the breaks, sticks, all the good things to be a good receiver. And then for me, that translated very well over at Summer Creek. It turned a lot of eyes towards me, and it gave me an advantage on the field. 7-on-7 is a different atmosphere, but you can translate 7-on-7 work to 11.
Man, I can tell you how it helped me do it throughout my season. For me, I was the head coach at Luther North this year. In regards of it's a private school in Houston, a small private school, but it helped me a lot with the adjustments, how the pace of the game of 7-on-7. It keeps you thinking quickly and making adjustments quickly. When it came to 11-man football, it helped me a lot with that. Being able to make in-game adjustments and help the kids, and being able to relay information quickly to the kids, to the athletes that's on the field, to help them overcome those smaller detriments that they have to come in a game. So it helped me a lot. It just broadened my coaching experience. It broadened my my coaching knowledge when it came to in-game adjustments, and quick in-game adjustments at that.
Corwin, Jordan, you guys, what maybe have you noticed changing in the game from 77 into this past fall with high school football?
Honestly, being with Coach Speed for these past 2 years, going on 3 years, is his awareness. He taught us something that we learned was awareness. Always be aware of the clock, and time is always ticking. And with 7-on-7 clock being faster than 11-on-11 clock, my awareness on the field for 11-on-11 was always, my attendance were always up. You would never see me just lacking on the field, because Coach Speed got it in my head. If I'm on the field, the clock is rolling. It's not waiting for nobody. So either get with it or get lost. So I'm always aware and on time with it.
Yeah, I feel like awareness. Yeah, what Coach Speed has taught us awareness at BPA, and I also feel like my technique has gotten better from 7-on-7, and my technique has it helps me in 11-on-11 on 11-on-11. So yeah, that's what I got from it.
All right, here's a chance for you guys to hype your teammates up a little bit and tell us about your team this year. I'm just curious what you guys are looking like. I know some of you all are moving up from 15U to 18U, so maybe tell us how you're feeling about that jump up in competition and what you're excited about this year.
For that one, I'll go first for that one. Honestly, everybody knows BPA. If any team we ever played, everybody always knew BPA put up points. No matter if it was from our biggest player to our smallest player, BPA always put up points. But I want to shout out the defense this year. I can't wait to see the defense play. Like, I like the pieces we added this year from our school to all around. I feel like they actually got dogs this year that actually want to play defense and not just focus on themselves. I seen a bond between our defensive players that they actually love what they're doing. So I feel like that'll take us far this year.
Yeah, I feel like our defense came a long way from last year to this year.
Coach, what do you think about the defense? They say defense wins championships.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I focused on throughout the offseason, or the 7-on-7 offseason anyway, is making sure that we, as we go up a level, we can't have our guys playing on both sides because it takes away from them on one side of the ball. So because Jordan played a lot of defense last year, so did Tristan, but they naturally offensive players. So it was imperative for me to add some guys who are just defenders, you know, and they focus on defense. Carwin is 100%. Like, he was good last year, but this year he's like 100% better. So, and his leadership skills have developed a little bit more. So he's been a little bit more vocal on the back end, and that's helping us a lot, you know. So I'm looking forward to this weekend because I think defensive wise, that's gonna put us over the hump to where we need to be at to be able to play on the 18U level and compete. I don't have no doubt that the kid is going to be able to compete. I just want to see what's going to happen when the adversity hit, you know.
Do we have any other defensive players on here? I'm curious, maybe what's different about the defense this year than last year?
I think I'm the only one in here right now, but like we have some additions in the secondary, and our middle line has gotten way better. We got some people that came in that's really going to help the team this year. We're going to get far.
Jordan and Tristan, I know Coach mentioned you guys getting a chance to focus on one side of the ball. What do you think that'll do for you all this season in terms of, you know, putting up numbers, making plays?
I feel like that's an advantage to us because we're going to have all our energy on one side of the field. And plus, we're going to put up numbers either way it go.
And like Tristan said, we're going to put up numbers either way it go. And just like last year, we had is me and Tristan playing defense. We was just the athlete in us. We weren't. I mean, the defensive techniques it wasn't there. Like of knowing. I mean, we knew, but it's like we got real DBs this year who went through a whole 11 on 11 season with the DB techniques and being able to stop receivers who know how to play receivers. So it's just like you got the pieces. It's like we got the missing pieces that we need for this season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that because I know you guys, I have several clips of you guys making crazy defensive plays last year. So just the ability to play on both sides of the ball so often that you guys did, especially in those 7-on-7 tournaments, man. I mean, you make it to the championship, you're playing 5, 6, 7 games in a day, and it gets pretty hot out there.
Yeah, that's what I commend them on. But I knew as you know, when you go up a level, 18U, the talent is a little bit different. And you have to be able to, on the defensive side, be able to cover a little bit more better and be able to be a little bit more aggressive and aware of what's going on the field. So it was super important to get more guys on the defensive side who are defenders and have great ball skills, who understand the technique and the coverages. I mean, Tristan and Jordan, they understand that stuff because they play receiver, but it's get some real DBs over there.
All right, for this next one, I want to hear from the players first. I'm just kind of curious. I know some of you guys are high school teammates, but then some of you guys from around the Houston area. So when you come together, I know you guys have been together. It's not like you're just meeting for the first time this year, but like going to different schools, how does that, affect practice and things like that? I'm sure you guys are pretty competitive. So how have you guys sort of turned, that into a friendship or a bond on the field once you guys go into the tournaments and things like that?
Well, most of us on the team, we've known each other for a while, so like, I mean, at practice, we usually have fun, but that's really what we do most of the time at practice. We have fun, be competitive, but like when it's time to lock in, we have to lock in, pay attention, be sharp. And I mean, we go to different high schools, but we still have fun though, regardless. We
compete, but we just let everybody know that it's some Lamar players on that defense, and we gonna step up on some.
With that being said, I just feel like everybody going to a different school. I feel like once we step on the field, it's kind of not like it's not about where we come from. I feel like everybody on our team that Coach Speed has picked for us to travel with and play against other teams with, I feel like that he knows that everybody on that team has a win mentality. Like first comes the win before anything other than ourselves. So it's like everybody has the same mentality if they're playing on our team so far. So
looking back to last year, or maybe even over your 7-on-7 careers, just you have a favorite moment on this team or a favorite memory or even play that you guys have made that stands out that you remember?
I can go first. My favorite play with BPA is when we went down and Lafayette and played in the tournament with the Bootleggers, and we was down by 3 points, and it was like 4 seconds left, and Tyler threw the Hail Mary to me. That was probably the best play I ever made on 7-on-7.
We had a lot of fun moments with BPA, but I know it might sound crazy, but personally, my favorite tournament moment that happened is when we lost to KB3 in the championship. I feel like that brought us closer because that tournament it was a lot of chaos other than just the on-field loss. It was more within the team that happened for us to just lose. It wasn't just all physically score the ball, stop the team. I feel like this year our head is on straight more than how it was last year. So it all brought us together that we can actually be beaten by a good team who is more focused and locked in on the field. So it's just like
one of my favorite plays is against Cat when I had my interception to turn the game around. Yeah, that's one of my favorite plays. It was big in that moment.
Tristan, that Hail Mary that you had against the Bootleggers, that was like a crazy game. I remember I got over there late, but didn't you guys come back from like down 14 or something like that?
Yeah, we was down, I think, 17-0, and that was late in the game. You know you don't got that much time in the 7-on-7 game, so you got to be on your feet quick.
Another thing that happened in that game, Bryce not on here, but we was down 17-0, and Bryce made a big interception to get us the ball back late in the game for us to be able to throw that Hail Mary. Also, we got an interception, got points for it, and put us within 3 points to give us a shot to win the game. And that was huge.
Well, guys, before we wrap up, just one more question for you all. I'm just curious if you have any, individual team goals for the season, and what are you maybe looking most forward to?
Team goals. I just feel like everybody know what the missions is. Bring the win and keep the name and make us even bigger. I got maybe a request is to, what team to come to with the mics this year, man. We go get you right this year with the mics.
I love it. You're auditioning for the mic'd up already.
Yeah.
What we need to do is put the mic on Coach Speed.
Yeah,
I know, right? On me, because my goal for the team this year was really for this Saturday. This weekend is to just set a tone for the rest of the season. We have an opportunity to go play well, and just to show, what we've been working on for the last month and a half, because we've been putting in some work, and then just to get the season out to a good start, and being able to make some mistakes and clean those mistakes up and get better as we go out throughout the season.
Anyone else want to share there?
The one goal that I have for the team, is to win every tournament. Have the win mentality to win every tournament that we step into. If we lose games, we lose games, but we'll bounce back in after the pool play, and we'll in bracket play. We'll step up, make the adjustments that we need to fix whatever needs to be fixed, and win the tournament.
Also, I have one last one. My team goal is to be able to build chemistry by the end of the time that we stop playing 7-on-7. We should have a better chemistry than what we started with, and that's beginning on Saturday. Well, really beginning a month and a half ago when we started building this team. So yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys here coming up soon at some DR7 tournaments. I'll make sure my microphones are nice and charged and my camera's ready. I mean, you guys always give me some good stuff, so looking forward to it.
Appreciate it, Ben, man. Appreciate the support and everything that you do for us, man. Appreciate it. Keep going.
All right, well, that's Coach Speed and Big Play Academy. You can check them out coming up this DR7 season.